We're black. We can make anything work.
Right? We can do it.
Okay. All right. There we go. I think we're up on YouTube now. And we are live on Instagram right now. Or at least we should be.
Let's go.
We try and confirm that really quickly before we go fully. Yep. We're on Instagram right now. Okay. Yep. That seems to work. Alrighty. Alrighty. In that case, let's go ahead and get rolling here. Good evening. Welcome to the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in to Weekend Showcase. My name is Don Shannon. With me today are
Thurgood Toll.
Reina Moreno.
Uh-oh. Who's that in the background? We have a visitor back there?
We do. That's my dog right now. Guarding the door for what reason, I don't know. Just eat some popcorn and
okay. I guess we'll go ahead and move forward then from there. In that case, moving on. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We're gonna go ahead and do some movie trailer reviews live on Instagram and YouTube. Those of you who are tuning in, don't forget to leave a comment below, and we might actually read your reaction on air and incorporate that into our conversations in between trailers as we go along. We have about 30 minutes roughly. We have about 30 minutes here to go ahead and do this. Hopefully we'll be able to knock this out. Oh, Raina's still there. Knock this out.
Raina.
Uh-oh. Might have had some technical difficulties here. All right, in the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and, she's still logged into the room. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is, Thurgood, you and I will go ahead and start.
Back in action.
Okay. I was about to say, the show must go on.
Right.
All right.
Go on.
So here we go. This is the first trailer here. This is a science fiction film called Moonfall. The trailer for this was just released either yesterday or the day before. I'm trying to remember, but anyway, here's this first trailer for tonight.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago? By the Atlantic. We choose to go to the moon and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
JFK.
Okay. Okay. So that looked like something basically fresh out of like something between Star Trek Beyond, judging by the last few seconds. Remember those weird that weird swarm of like space insects or whatever from Star Trek Beyond? Did you ever see that movie?
Nope.
I've never seen it, but to me, it looked like a bunch of what all the other space movies look like. They always come out with space movies with a bunch of like chaos going on in space. Like you get into space, everything's gonna go good. It's gonna be going well. And the next thing you know, chaos. And the whole movie is just total chaos in space. That's what I feel like these movies look like. Like there was just another movie that was kind of like that.
And don't forget, that was a Roland Emmerich production, so you know the whole planet's gonna blow up anyway. You know, like this is the same guy. Independence Day, day after tomorrow. Come on. 2012. We've seen this before. Literally.
It's like they're just getting attacked by like Killer Inc. or whatever like that.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see the movie now, in order to actually get
Right. Right.
But
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'll give it that. At least it's not a reboot.
I like the casting decisions there. Like
Yeah.
basically, I think Michael Pena is amazing. Basically,
Oh,
I think it's
exactly.
a lack of originality. I feel like they keep doing remakes of everything else. Like I feel like nothing's original anymore. Like they make
feels
it.
like-
They either remake something and they make it more scary.
Mhm.
More.
we'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Actually, with one of the other trailers later, but keep going. Oh, was that all you were gonna say with that?
Yeah, like just basically it's like they recreate it, but they add more anxiety on it.
Yeah.
The anxiety
let's
factor gets higher.
Let's transition from that to here's another space movie, but it's a little bit more realistic. This is a
The
Netflix
reason I
project.
started SpaceX was to get humanity to Mars. We're trying to make the dream of space accessible to anyone, and ultimately making science fiction not fiction forever.
Night Live.
What they're about to do will change the game entirely. 4 civilians are going to space. They will orbit the Earth for 3 days.
On their own.
You know, my dream of always wanting to go to space. I wanted to let you know that I got selected.
Is this a documentary?
They start telling me about this
Oh, I'm gonna
civilian
love
mission to
it.
space.
How many astronauts are going? And that's when she said, none. Baby was diagnosed with bone cancer.
I haven't died and I'm not going to die.
Having cancer made me who I am.
My dream is to be a nurse.
I'm getting to show them what their life can look like after cancer. If I can do it, you can definitely do it.
I went upstairs after the phone call, though, and told my wife, "I'm gonna ride a rocket," and she just, what?
I don't think I'll think about the worldly impact this mission is going to have until Chris is back on the ground. I'm like, why would they choose me? Look at that. But my dad instilled this idea in me that I could do anything.
I'm commander of Inspiration 4. No matter what, I'm a father first, and that comes with a great deal of responsibility.
What is the speed?
We're 25 times the speed of sound, or 17,500 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's getting real.
Our mission to space had to serve a bigger purpose, which is why it's a $200 million fundraising campaign for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
There have been 3 Black female American astronauts who have made it to space. I will be number 4.
We're thinking about what could happen and the risks that are involved.
These people are you and me, and they will kick the doors open to space for the rest of us.
This is where we're going to live for 3 days.
Home sweet home?
So, that was Countdown Inspiration 4. What do
I like
y'all
that.
think about this?
It looks like a good documentary. I love a documentary.
Hold
You
on a
know,
second. I don't know what happened with Thurgood. Hang on a second. Uh-oh.
it looks like a good documentary.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep
like
going. We can still
documentaries.
hear you. I have to adjust the camera perspective a little bit. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Raina.
I was just saying, I love a good documentary. That's a good sit down, fold your clothes on Sunday type of documentary. And I'm excited to see it. I like how realistic it is. So I'm huge for things looking like real life and like real time. Except for like HD CGI, like I can't stand it. But other than that,
Right, when you can tell, but that
Huh.
imperfect. You know, like when you can tell
Yeah, I
when
don't like
things
that.
are fake. and
That's
stuff
why I
like
miss
that in
90s movies
and
so bad.
TV shows.
I miss when you could tell it was filmed. Like this is on film. I miss the way like Beethoven looked and like Homeward Bound and like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like I miss with the way those looked. Those were such good movies. I miss the way those looked. It's nostalgia for me and it makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel happy. I don't know. And that's why I like documentaries too. There's just a reality to it that I love. And independent films.
Yeah, I mean, it's there is a lost art to it, largely with especially with high concept content. You know, like science fiction movies, like anything, or science fiction movies, action movies, adventure movies, especially superhero movies. Anything
Right.
that's effects heavy. You know, there's an authenticity that's afforded to the audience's experience when the audience can sort of be given the feeling that this was done practically, this was done authentically. Like
Right.
something you obviously can't do practically, but you know, but then it's like a true test of the filmmaker and their craft and like the caliber of talent around him or her to
Yeah.
tell that story as authentically as possible. And
That's why I love it. I don't know. So I love
Go ahead.
documentaries. I love old film,
Mhm.
old cinematography. So for me, it's not a lot of crazy. I'm not big on like crazy blow ups and how people like tear up the town. Oh my God. Like Transformers is the worst one. And it drives me nuts every time. I'm like, you guys are literally destroying a town and killing innocent people
yeah,
to save the world. Like it's weird.
yeah, it's hang on a second. Thurgood just rejoined us. Hang on, he's sort of reconnecting into the Zoom room. For those of you who are watching on either live or on the on-demand broadcast, we're doing this.
I'm so sorry about that, guys. My phone just randomly restarted like in the middle of recording this.
Oh
It
my
kicked
goodness.
me out.
Wow.
Oh no.
Well, welcome back. Oh, okay, there you go. I guess the whole thing just basically reorganized itself. Raina still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess her phone is having a firmware update right now as well. Well, Thurgood, how much of our trailer did you get?
I'm here.
Okay, hey. Thurgood, I don't know when
Make sure I don't
we
have
lost
this
you,
issue.
but we were talking about science fiction movies and this Netflix thing about the Inspiration 4 mission in November. Introducing.
Yeah, I saw the whole trailer.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, I am scared that I would never do this. I'm scared that I'm gonna go up to space and some freak accident is gonna happen, and I'm either gonna be lost in space forever or it's gonna explode when I'm trying to come home. Because I've seen too many dang old shuttle accidents that happened, and I am just scared to death to go to space. So I would not do this.
I mean, I hear you, but not every shuttle is necessarily the Challenger. You know, I mean,
Exactly.
You know,
But you still never know.
Yeah, because most of them aren't the Challenger. But here's the thing: there was at least a Challenger accident, and you know what? Even though something may be 1%, you could end up being that 1% one day, or your incident could end up raising it up to 2%.
Yeah, space is not somewhere where I would want something to like happen to go wrong.
Exactly.
Like who's gonna help? Who is gonna really help you? Like I feel like once you get up there, it's kind of like, look, you're up here. This could go wrong. That could go wrong, but it might not go wrong. But it also might go wrong. So,
how very optimistic of you to spell it out that way.
And then it's like, what do I do? What do I do?
Oh, exactly.
Like,
we would do.
Because nobody's gonna help you up there. That's not somewhere where somebody can be like, we're sending somebody up to help you guys right now. They're not. They are not sending somebody up there to help you. They're not. They're not sending the ambulance. They're not sending the space ambulance.
Space ambulance. Okay, I get it. You're not going on the
stuff.
Right. What about those of you who are watching?
Are you going
would you go to space? Would I go?
Are you going? Would you go?
if the plan was for a return trip, possibly. Not if it's a one-way expedition. Like, I'm not like, Stargate Atlantis saying this thing where it's like there's no guarantee of ever returning. They did come back.
Yeah.
But that's TV. Like, if we're talking about a real thing where you just leave Earth one way, like, I would never do that. I would need some serious assurances that that's the plan to come back to terra firma before I even begin to consider, going on something like that. But anyway, that's just me. In no rush to do that. So
it's cool. I think it's cool that this documentary has a guy from Saturday Night Live, though. That's pretty neat.
Say again?
I think it's pretty cool that this documentary has the guy from Saturday Night Live in it.
Are you talking about when Elon Musk? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't the
when he
regular
was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
It was a
yeah.
It was a joke.
We have a shout out on IG. Nate_Weather is saying, yeah, that boy Thurgy Thurg. Apparently you have a fan in here, Thurgood.
Oh.
And so, what was his name?
It was Nate Weathers.
Hey, what up, Nate?
Yeah, I'm not sure how well people are able to actually hear everybody on the live streams. I'm only able to sort of like see the comments on my computer as they happen. There's Instagram user Raina Soul. I don't know who that is. I know who that is. Yeah, so I guess you're gonna help monitor the comment feed on IG now, Raina?
Huh?
Are you gonna help monitor the comment feed on IG now? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Thanks. All right, moving on. Next trailer. This is Metroid Dread. This is the new Metroid game on Switch. Thurgood, this is all you, brother.
Yeah, boy. Hey, check out my shirt.
Oh,
Got the Samus on.
Nice.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I've seen this trailer already. I watched this like 15
I'm new to
times.
this.
So this looks like hieroglyphs and stuff like that. It was in the background.
Gaming.
That is the Chozo Warrior.
Okay.
It's like this game is like the creation of like a game of like Metroid lore. Braid.
This looks like pretty cool.
Yeah, this game looks so good, man. I can't wait.
Every time I see some character in I think so this looks like if Nintendo had
I can't wait.
This looks like if Nintendo made
Oh, my bad, Doc. I can't hear you.
Sorry, there we go. Yeah, this trailer was a little loud. So it looks like this trailer is it seems like Metroid, as though it looks like the kind of game that would exist if Nintendo made Dead Space. That's what this basically looks like to me, and then just slap Metroid elements into it. That's what this feels like to me. I mean, what if they're good? Is that a fair assertion, or am I fine?
It seems like honestly, this like the Dread seems like the kind of like the next step for the franchise. Because the thing, when you were saying the Dead Space thing, I'm sure that the Dead Space developers were inspired by Metroid. Metroid's always been like a pseudo like horror game, sort of. It's always had like a horror aspect, but in space. Because that's one of the main themes of Metroid is isolate, like be alone. Basically, it's just Samus. It's just this bounty hunter, Samus Aran, fighting all these like crazy like aliens and stuff like that in space. And I'm excited because a lot of people may not be advocates of this game, but Metroid Dread's been like in development hell for years, since like the early 2000s.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. It was kind of hard
this
to
game is fine
hear,
for me,
but yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
saying
my
that
bad.
This long time coming, and yeah, you said it was time.
It was in development hell since like early 2000s, because basically the last game, like basically for anyone who's like interested in Dread, because I've played a bunch of the Mega games. It's just I want to play through them all because I haven't beaten any of them yet. But they're really great games. For anyone who's interested in games of Dread, play Metroid Zero Missions on the Game Boy Advance. Then then you go to Metroid. Then you go to Samus Returns on the Nintendo DS. Then play Super Metroid. Then play Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. Then play Fusion on the Game Boy Advance, and then you can get into Dread. But the good thing about Dread is that good thing about Metroid Dread is you're not really. Oh, you said what? My bad, Don.
I was gonna say, like, you really have the timeline mapped out here. It seems.
Yeah. You know, I'm not a
because
gamer,
there's a picture. There's a picture. Yeah, because I love Nintendo. Yep.
I love Nintendo,
but you don't
I
have
don't
to play
know.
these games. You don't have to. Oh my bad. You said what? Sorry, to cut you off. Zoom be goofy.
Oh, it's slowing down.
My bad.
Yeah, we're having some serious technical difficulties running this stream this week. It seems.
Yeah, it was choppy.
I don't know why.
It's just.
As my kids will
Okay,
say,
guys. Anybody wondering, Matt is going to.
Whoa, one at
Yeah, that's why I kept cutting everybody off.
a time. They're good.
Metroid, for anybody wondering, like
They're good. Go ahead.
Metroid Dread. Okay, so Metroid Dread will bring you up to snuff with the story. You don't have to play the other Metroids to get into Metroid Dread because they go through the story. They go catch it anyways. I just have to just play those games.
Okay, so you're saying
Did you guys hear
it was
me?
hard to understand a little bit. It sounds like you're saying this new game, Metroid Dread. It's a good
Oh,
entry
okay.
point if you haven't played necessarily every entry in the franchise.
Yeah, because it's going to catch you up on the story anyways.
Okay, cool. So Raina, there's your chance to actually jump in.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Glad to hear it.
I'm
Glad to
like-
hear it. This trailer certainly does this up this franchise. Go ahead, Raina.
Oh, I'll
Uh-oh.
just have to learn it because.
Raina, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep, I can hear you.
For me, like I accidentally,
Um,
accidentally, I absolutely love Nintendo. I'm a huge retro gamer, but like some of the like role playing games or like storytelling games, and I don't have like a lot of knowledge. I can play Nintendo 64. I can play Tetris. I can play Galaga. I can
Yep.
play Pac-Man. Pac-Man, I'm actually an all-time champ of the world. Everybody should know this. I think I've mentioned this before. But
we have
that's
yet
as
to do a
far as
stream.
it goes.
Do you have a Switch?
Huh?
Do you have a Switch, Raina?
My son does.
Do you have a Switch?
The Nintendo Switch?
Oh well, you need to try out Pac-Man. You can try Pac-Man 99 to have it. It's pretty much a Pac-Man royale game on the Nintendo Switch.
My son has a Nintendo Switch, and I keep calling it a Nintendo DS.
Oh what? Nah, the DS is like it's like a clan. It has two screens. It's like a clan.
I keep saying, get this DS off the couch. Get this Nintendo DS.
Yeah, that you know,
You saw my mom.
he's dead.
Mama
And my
calls
son's like,
everything
what is a DS? I'm like, get
Nintendo.
the Nintendo Switch out of here.
You know, kids these they're so spoiled.
Oh, I keep forgetting he's 8 years old, so he doesn't know that.
Oh my.
Back.
That breaks my heart. I keep forgetting he's 18. He's 8 years old. He doesn't know what freaking DS is. I keep
Right.
forgetting.
Especially if I say Game Boy, it's like, what the heck?
Oh, he doesn't know the Game Boy. He said, I grew up with Game Boy Color, man. I played all the Game Boy games.
We have time for one more. I think we have time for
We do
one
have
more.
time for one more.
We have
Nah, I don't want to stop.
We're gonna have to have part 2 of this on.
Welcome back, Metroid.
Yeah, definitely. Welcome back, Metroid. Let's see. Here's another one.
It happened pretty fast.
The world has changed. Nobody can know about him.
We both know I'm not cut out for this.
There are so many women out there who think that they have lost something. Not us. They're gonna kill you.
Is that Hilary Swank? I haven't seen her in a while.
So the new world can be born.
So, yeah. So wait. Let me go ahead and
So the new world can be born.
up here. Okay. So here's the thing about this one. Whoops. Here's the thing about this one. This is basically capitalizing on the larger state of pop culture in this specific genre, post-apocalyptic, based on a graphic novel, you know, that wound up being really, really popular with this particular audience. Why the Last Man is an adaptation that, like the Metroid game that Thurgood was just talking about, has been in development for an exceedingly long time. And the timing of this is kind of perfect when you think about the fact that the only other project of consequence in this genre, while being dead.
Oh, Don, I can't hear you anymore.
The final season is in the process of getting rolling. So there's about to be a void in this genre, you know, that this project is actually in a prime position to be able to take over. So we'll have to see what happens as far as actually like fulfilling the promise of this thing.
I love anything post-apocalyptic. I love anything apocalyptic. It's all good.
Again, Raina, I'm sorry.
I just love anything post-apocalyptic, apocalypse, pre-apocalypse, all apocalypse. Give it here. I love it, hands down. As much as I love horror films.
Yeah, do you know what this is about?
No.
Well, let me tell you about the Book of Revelations.
No, we're not getting biblical with this.
But listen, that's crazy because I was just talking to one of my friends earlier, and I said, "Have you read the Book of Revelations?" He's all, "Yeah, a long time ago, but I don't remember." And then I said, "Someone needs to make a movie based on that. Would be a insane movie. Like it would be. There's so much going on."
I feel like there's a Nick Cage movie like that.
More like a Kirk Cameron movie, actually. Remember Left Behind? Wasn't Left Behind about this?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
About the rapture?
Like, I remember that. That movie is so weird.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Because you don't get into like, get into like the nitty-gritty of details of the Book of Revelations. That is a great book.
Oh dear. Wait, say again?
Bro.
Thurgood or myself?
No, Thurgood.
No, I'm saying, like, I know she's talking about like making a book like a totally accurate like movie on the Book of Revelations, like going into the details, because that would have to be like a rated R movie. That movie hard.
It would have to be. It would be crazy though.
If you make a Revelations movie,
I would be glued. Like what?
That was slap though.
It really.
Yeah,
was.
watch the Meta movie.
But here's the thing. But this is not based on the Bible. This is a graphic novel. This is a story where you have a post-apocalyptic sort of situation where like something has happened that kills off every mammal in the world with a Y chromosome. So it's only females left, except for one.
Oh, you know what? I've heard something about this in a book. I think a friend of mine had read it before, or was telling me about it. An old friend of mine.
Okay.
that actually lives in Virginia right now. She's awesome.
Oh, nice. So does this make you, having seen this trailer now, are you intrigued for this story? Or like, I know
Absolutely. I'm down.
So if women ruled the world, would there be more wars or less? Take your time with this.
More.
Sweet time with this.
You think more? No.
No, wait, no. Let her answer.
I think less.
Okay. Why do you say less?
Because I think a lot of women want strategized change and can also be a bit even feminist about it, which is not a bad thing. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like women, this could start a fight. I feel like women have an ability to strategize, nurture, plan. Like, it's a little different. Men like to fight. I feel like men like to fight and start wars. I feel like men like to start wars because they're full of ego. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Ego. I thought you were about to be a scientist for a second and say, "Oh, we're full of
testosterone and ego and a lot of other things."
Yeah,
there it is.
And a lot of other things, and I feel like just
some
male
things I can't say on
testosterone.
this live.
But I will say this. But that's such a deep question. Like, that can just get so deep, and we can't have that conversation.
I don't believe that. See, I may get in trouble later for saying this live on the internet, but like, there's a part of me that like suspects that this show isn't going to last very long. I wanted to, but the way that our social and cultural climate is right now, when it comes to topics as serious as gender equality, it's shows like this are kind of designed to really aggressively examine one side of that fence or the other in a way that largely doesn't get thought about by the other side. So all of a sudden, here's a project that is designed to remove nearly all men from the equation. So both sides get
I know
to
a bunch
do
of people
like
that's
the
not going for
character
that.
study of one. Go ahead.
So I know a bunch of people that's not going to go for the storyline whatsoever at all. Like,
exactly, you already know where I'm going.
They're not going for it.
It's gonna be a lot of trouble.
So given how much clashing both major genders have had forever, basically, here's a situation where one of them finally gets taken out of the equation. What does the surviving gender do, being completely left to its own devices? What does humanity's ability to continue? How does that have to adjust to this? Especially when come to find out they're not all dead, and what happens how do the surviving women adapt to this new world and their place in it, without being
there will be a thing. I think there would be some like stuff going on, but war, no. I think amongst women,
there would still be,
I think war amongst women wouldn't happen if it was just women.
It may not involve bombs, but there would still be conflict, especially down to
that's what I mean. There would still be conflict, but war.
Well, see, we need to sort of open our minds.
War is a human thing, honestly. I think it's a human thing. I think whether you have all girls or all guys, it's going to be conflict. People find to be like warring over something. I think war's going to be inevitable regardless of the sex.
Maybe it's
like
you said, a human thing. It's a person thing.
Yeah,
like you said, a human thing. It could
because
just be
at the end of the day,
personal...
even though every person's not, it's kind of like the same thing. Also with like ethnicities and like stuff like that. How there are certain people that believe that I hate white people or I hate black people. No, I personally, I don't think it's fair based on okay, are they a woman? Are they black? Are they gay? Are they atheist? I just think it's an individual thing. Like because there are some Christian people. There are some really nice Christian people, but I met a lot of racist Christians are just douchebags and just evil and stuff like that.
This is true.
To be honest, yeah, I went to a private Christian school, and somebody that worked there said that all Black people look like frogs.
But
So
honestly, a lot of that's
like
a whole other conversation. Yeah, that's a whole nother. Oh, darn.
Yeah. So
Darn,
I think.
Wow.
I think we're going to. I think in the day we're going to have what we're going on.
Yeah.
We need to put a bookmark in this conversation. Unfortunately, we were just getting to a good place. We were just getting to a good place with this thing, unfortunately. But I know Raina's got to go, and we have some other stuff that has to be handled tonight.
I hate to bust up the party.
Yeah. Can we pick this up? Can we pick this up on Sunday? Thurgood, what's your situation on Sunday?
I'm down with Sunday or Saturday.
Honestly, my schedule drops tomorrow, but the thing is also with Sunday or whatever like that, I'm probably gonna have to be with night. Usually I work like afternoon. I work from like early afternoon to like nighttime.
Okay.
On Sundays. So I don't know my schedule yet, but I have to get my schedule tomorrow. But excuse me with the time.
We'll have to figure this out later, guys.
Working on Sundays.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. We'll shut this down for now.
We are live talking about schedules.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. I guess Thurgood, let us know what winds up happening tomorrow. All else fails, we have some more to be able to get the ball rolling with next week's playlist.
Super excited, yeah. This is gonna be a good one.
So, yeah. Plus, I'm curious to know where we would have gone. Conversation with Why the Last Man. Meantime, those of you who are watching, drop a comment below. Like, what are your thoughts on like if the world was ruled by only one gender or the other? Like, what would that be a better or worse world than what we have right now? Like,
we always feel like we'd be better off without each other sometimes, but honestly, men need women and women need men. Women don't like to say they need men, and men don't like to say they need women at times, but
wait
we
a
do.
minute. Now, all right, I'm gonna say this controversial statement and then shut it down. Men need women more than women want men. I'm gonna say
Until
that
next time, guys.
men need women more than women want men.
Yo, this is a podcast.
We don't have time for the full conversation about it, but I'll just bottom line what I mean by that by saying like
I gotta bring this back up because I may disagree on this.
A lot of what women back at way decades ago would need men for in their life, like basic stuff like open a pickle jar, reach a high shelf, crap like that, right? We have technology, we have modern inventions that can sort of like supersede that need, so you really don't need us very much, when you get right down to it. You need to get a high shelf, get a stepping stool, get like one of those, use your shirt, or like something to like open a jar, little stuff like that. These are just off the top of my head examples, but there's plenty of other situations where like it used to be you needed a guy around the house for that. Nowadays, you pretty much don't.
Nowadays,
women have needs that a machine cannot answer to.
So, and for that, you know what? That brings me to one crucial point. Is that
bye, guys,
as advanced as mental science and technology is? Okay. Bye, Raina.
Bye,
See you later.
Raina.
Bye. I'll see you guys next time. And we have to take this back. This is awesome.
Okay.
We need to podcast hard.
Bye,
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
We gotta talk about this. We have to talk about this one day.
Yeah, we do. We'll get it figured out.
I mean, live, because I disagree with you with some things, Don. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. We can have a difference of opinion. I'm just basically trying to like start a civil conversation about like the ramifications of what it to do, like some of these projects, these movies and TV shows, the kind of social commentary that they provide, what that means, and like what thought patterns can change or be challenged by exposure to these stories. It's fiction, but it's allegory. What does it mean?
Because
why are these popular?
Exactly, it can make you think about real life stuff.
Right.
Because women have needs that a machine can't satisfy.
So there's a little bit. that
Like,
feels
they
like
have-
oversimplification of what would be missing. There's a part of me that will actually that here's where you're coming from. I hear where you're coming from, and I want to agree with it, but to a very specific point. As advanced, this is what I was going to say before Raina hopped offline. As advanced as modern medical science and technology are or is collectively, you know, there is one area that we have not achieved yet, and that is stable synthetic sperm. And I really firmly believe that if humanity actually does achieve that, it's going to be a female scientist that does that, because no male scientist would basically sell out his entire gender's usefulness to women in that specific area. Which is not to boil us down to that. That's not what I'm saying. Or to limit women's whole interest in men to that one specific area. That's not what I'm trying to do. Don't send me emails. That's not what I'm trying to say here. It's just, at this rate, if that were to happen, it would not be a male scientist that does that. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't write me. Anyway, but anyway, Thurgood, what do you think
the
about
thing,
that?
though,
We'll go ahead and
with
start now.
the thing with that also is women have sexual needs, they have emotional needs. They have examples. And the fact that, like, for example, like sex with and then sex with
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, like, for example, just like casual sex, and then sex with like someone that you truly love are two totally different types of sex. A machine cannot replace emotional, passionate love making. It can't add that to a woman. It can't provide emotional support, like human bonds that we have with our like loved ones or whatever than others. We can't replicate that. Like nothing else can replicate that human being. So that's why men can never truly be replaced.
So
just like,
but then
example, if somebody try to replace you with a potato, the potato may act like you, wear your glasses, do everything like that, but then that potato can't truly be done.
That's true. The potato,
because with
the potato
you
might not necessarily have the same life.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you, just Zoom being goofy.
The technology, I know we're having some technology issues. No, but I hear what you're saying about, like, if you have two different versions of the same person, may not necessarily have the same life experiences than the other version. So like there might be they might grow in completely different directions to become completely different people. Correct?
Yeah, because basically
even though
that's
they're
what makes
medically
us.
identical.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, well, what I was saying, yeah, because basically our memories, experience, all that's what makes us as a human being. Or that makes us as a person. You just can't do that. Machines they just can't replicate that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like we really need Raina for this conversation to really go any further. So, but we're about out of time right now anyway. We are going to pick this conversation up hopefully by the end of the weekend. All else fails, we definitely have a place to pick up from next Friday night with the Why the Last Man. Hopefully there's going to be some more clips out. I mean, the show's about to drop on Hulu within the next couple of weeks, I think. I'll have to look up that date again. It's not in front of me at the moment, but in any event, thank you, Thurgood, for joining us tonight. Thanks, Raina. She'll see this clip later, undoubtedly. And thank you at home for joining us and bearing through these technical difficulties basically all night long. Again, apologies for this. We're still getting the hang of doing concurrent live streams. This is the sort of thing we would be editing out, before it actually before you actually see it. But as we go on, we'll be able to hopefully hammer out these little technical glitches and deliver better polished product quicker, which is the whole end game that we're even doing this for. So thanks for bearing with us. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and yeah, we'll see you next time. And now declare this meeting of the Midnight Society bookmarked. We're not closed yet. We're bookmarked. We're gonna go ahead and pick this up next time. Catch y'all later. Good night.